Hello everyone, this is Team Dinosauria21 here once again with a new video. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you for the likes and comments on my previous video covering my favorite kaiju from the Godzilla franchise, and I do hope you all enjoyed it. Now onto today's video. This is going to be my second top 10 video, but this time it will consist of a top 30 and it will be of my favorite monsters from Capcom's Monster Hunter franchise as a belated celebration of the launch of Monster Hunter World Iceborne and their 15th anniversary. This list is divided up between monsters that I have fought on both Monster Hunter Tri and Monster Hunter Stories, and favorites that I have seen from watching YouTube videos. I will not include any subspecies, variants, rare species, or deviants, just to keep it tied to the original monster, but I will give them a mention just in case. Now strap in, grab your gear, and let's go hunting! To begin our list at number 30, we have the quirky fanged beast Kachawacha from Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate. It's at the bottom of the list because while I do find it unique and full of character, the design is making me ask, what are we going with here? It seems to be part flying squirrel, part eye, and with a touch of elephant. To me, while it's fully unique for the 4th generation, its design is just too strange for me. Coming in at number 29, we have the other two new monsters from Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate, the Snake Wyvern Najarala and the Temnoceran Nersilla. Being the only members of their classification kinda makes them underrated, but it doesn't stop them from being unique. With Najarala's rattling scale bombs and constricting abilities, to Nersilla's web-slinging and giant poisonous mandibles, they sure still bring their A-game in their own rights. Rushing in at number 28, we have the Bulldrome. The leader of the monstrous warthogs, Bulldrome and the Bullfangos are infamous for being total pains in the butts for all hunters. With its powerful muscles and large tusks, Bulldrome can storm into the battlefield with no fear in an attempt to gore any enemy with its tusks. Emerging from the depths of number 27, we have Basarios and Gravios. Introduced from the very beginning, they are on the list due to their unique adaptations, and I was really intrigued by the fact that a Basarios is really a young Gravios. Combat-wise, they both use their highly durable, rock-clad skin to defend themselves, while using brute strength, various gas emissions, and a fiery laser beam from their mouths to attack hunters. While Basarios are often seen in swampy locales, the Gravios are the rulers of the volcanic domains, only occasionally met with resistance by creatures like a Nectar or the mighty Canter. Regardless, these two are quite the armored juggernauts of the flying wyverns. At number 26, the next pair of monsters are the two creepy cave stalkers, the Kezu and the Giganox. While Kezu debuted in the very first game, Giganox was a 3rd generation runner-up. Both are visually different, but share many things in common. They're hermaphroditic, can climb on ceilings and walls, live in caverns, and both look like massive worm-like creatures with wings and legs. Kezu utilizes a loud roar, stealth, strength, and can wrap themselves in electricity and fire thunderballs from their mouth. Meanwhile, the Giganox relies on its acrobatics, poison spit, and generating egg sacs that unleash its parasitic young, Giggies. With the announcement of the next trademark game, Monster Hunter World Into the Depths, I can only hope we get to see these cave stalkers once again in World's mighty engine. Bulldozing their way into number 25, get ready to rumble, because here come two massive brute wyvern juggernauts, Duramboros and Banbaro. Massive herbivorous brute wyverns with large horns and incredibly bulky bodies. These sentinels are capable of really throwing their weight around. Banburo's antlers allow him to pick up trees or massive boulders and smash them upon any hunter, while Duramboros relies on its massive size, bark-like skin, and massive tail hammer, even going as far as spinning like a massive Beyblade before smashing hunters underneath them. When Banburo was revealed, I immediately saw similarities with Duramboros, so one can only hope we may see that guy again as well. At number 24 is Diablos. The horned demon of the desert. Diablos rules the desert like a tyrant, attacking anything that invades its territory. I've had my fair share of beatdowns from Diablos in Monster Hunter Tri, and even after I've slain him many times, I still get the brunt end of his attacks. Despite this, I do enjoy fighting him, and it's always satisfying to trap him with a sonic bomb and break his horns. He certainly earns my respect as a true challenge for any hunter. Coming in at number 23, we have the two amphibians introduced in the 4th generation, Tetsukabra and Zamtrios. Zamtrios and Tetsukabra definitely earn a spot on this list for their unique abilities. Tetsukabra relies on its armored scaly hide and its powerful jaw to carry massive boulders and smash foes either under them or from the rubble created when it crushes them in its powerful jaw. Additionally, I can't get enough of how badass Zamtrios is. I mean, it is literally a land shark, of which it can coat itself in an ice armor and fire a beam of icy water. Need I also mention its inflated balloon stage of the fight? That's my kind of stupid. Leading the charge at number 22, we have the Great Jaggi, the Great Baggy, and the Great Roggy. The Raptor Pack leaders of the 3rd generation, Great Jaggi, Great Baggy, and Great Roggy, are my favorite low-tier monsters from that generation because of their designs and mechanics. While the Great Jaggi has no special powers to call his own and serves as the 3rd generation Velocidrome, but far better, Great Baggy switches things up with its tranquilizing spit, which adds a whole new level of danger to fighting what you thought was just another Great Jaggi, but larger. While I didn't fight the Great Roggy, all he does is serve as the Eodrome of 3 Ultimate, so there's that at least. My favorite aspect of Great Jaggi above all 3 of them has to be the whooping roars it makes when ordering the Jaggis and Jaggia around. It's just so satisfying to hear. At number 21, we have Tigrex, Nargacuga, and Bharath. The Roaring Wyvern, the Swift Wyvern, and the Sub-Zero White Knight. No, not that one. These 3 share a spot due to their shared skeletons. Tigrex is all about brute power and alarming speed, also armed with a mighty roar capable of damaging hunters and knocking them away. Nargacuga relies on stealth and speed, armed with razor wings and tail spikes, and an iconic red flare in its eyes when enraged. Bharath is a saber-toothed wyvern, borrowing strength and speed from its forebearers, while also adding its own twists, such as its ice cyclone breath and its long-reaching tail. It's awesome to see these 3 make their return in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and even engaging other iconic monsters in Turf Wars. At number 20, we're going guns blazing and adding the Fated Four! Let's be fair, they needed to be all together. The Fated Four are the 4 flagship monsters of the 4th generation games, consisting of the fire-breathing sword-tailed Glavenus, the colossal Gammoth, the electric and hyper Astalos, and the bubble-blasting fox Leviathan Mizusune. All are completely unique and hold a strong prominence in the fandom as some of the greatest monsters. Plus, add Glavenus' return to Iceborne, including a subspecies, the acidic Glavenus, and I think it's safe to say the Fated Four will not be forgotten anytime soon. soon. At number 19, hope you're ready to swim through lava, cause here comes Ignactor! The Firepike Leviathan is one I do enjoy fighting the most. Its appearance reminds me of a Spinosaurus. It wears lava as armor, and it fires a concentrated heat laser like Gravios. Ignactor is known for digging through the ground, even swimming through lava, to ambush its foes with its strength and immolate them with its heat beam. While it stands no chance against, say, a Brachydios, it's still regarded as the apex predator of the third-generation volcanic regions. Prowling the ancient forest at number 18 is Toby Kodachi. This new fanged wyvern has traits of a snake with a flying squirrel, but also unleashes Thunderblight with its static electricity charge. I did grow fond of his design, especially with the design of his face. And when his copper-colored poisonous subspecies, the Viper Toby Kodachi, was revealed, I liked it even more since it now throws out deadly poison spikes in addition to its agility and dexterity. Roaming the jungles at number 17, we have Congo Llama. This second-generation fanged beast earns his spot on the list because I absolutely can't take him seriously, and he's just gosh darn hilarious. Ranging from the fact that it farts to its silly attacks and mushroom diet, I can't help but have a laugh with Congo Llama. Please, Capcom, bring him back in Monster Hunter World's next game. I'm begging ya. At number 16, we have Arzuros. The Arzuros is a fanged beast that looks and acts superficially no different from a real-life grizzly bear, and I really love that about him. All Arzuros wants is honey and fish, and to be left alone. But when it comes to food, he won't hesitate to attack shipping convoys just to steal their honey or fish. Nevertheless, like a real bear facing danger, Arzuros isn't all warm and fuzzy. With its incredible leaping and dangerous claws, the Arzuros is more than capable of defending itself, even standing up to show off how large he is. Coming in at number 15, we have Bharath. A mid-tier brute wyvern who loves nothing more than having a relaxing mud bath. I really love Bharath. He's certainly dangerous with his brute-like power and bull-like charging, but truth be told, Bharath is an insectivore, eating Altaroths or carrier ants when not sleeping in a pool of mud. It also uses said mud as armor and can fling mud at enemies, trapping them and inflicting water blight. He was a challenge for me, but a fun challenge at that, and I'm happy he returned in Monster Hunter World, but the poor guy had to deal with the menaces of Diablos and Rathalos in the Wildspire Waste, even though he's still my favorite mud puppy. Prepare yourselves, for the bastard cousin of the Zikcocoo is storming in. Making his return in Monster Hunter World Iceborne at number 14 is Garuda. A vicious-looking bird wyvern who feasts on insects, usually relying on Zikcocoo to find food such as conchus. Garuda is by no means as pathetic as the Zikcocoo. Armed with a wickedly serrated beak, a poisonous set of tail spikes, explosive fire breath, and a roar loud enough to stun even a Devil Joe, the Garuda is as nasty as it can get for bird wyverns. Better duck for cover at number 13, because here comes Basil Goose. The new invader on the block and a living stealth bomber, Basil Goose is quite the fascinating monster. Armed with explosive bombs located on his neck and tail, able to rain them down from above and even perform a kamikaze dive bomb attack, you will feel like you were bombarded like it was World War II. And if that wasn't enough, Iceborne introduced a variant called Seething Basil Goose, his version of, say, Savage Devil Joe, Raging Brachydios, and Furious Rajang. This blue-tinted Basil goes thermonuclear like legendary Godzilla did in King of the Monsters, raining down pinkish nuclear bombs that cause more destruction than ever before. Coming in at number 12, we have the Anjanath. The first big challenge of Monster Hunter World, Anjanath is a brute wyvern resembling a vulture with a massive concealed nose for an impeccable sense of smell, vestigial wings on its back for intimidation, and a flame breath beam. Anjanath is a very dangerous foe. Iceborne then gave him an absolutely fabulous subspecies, the Fulgur Anjanath. This thunderous Anjanath charges up electricity that can be used in its bite and unleash shocking blasts at foes. The electricity can be even found in its snot projectiles. While I wish he had a thunder beam, the electrical snot will have to do. Nevertheless, Fulgur Anjanath is absolutely fabulous, especially with the orange face, white fur, tiger stripes, and electrically vibrant wings. Coming in at number 11 is Rathalos N Ratheon. The two biggest icons of the series, Rathalos and Ratheon, are a quite powerful couple, ruling both the skies and the land with an iron fist. Ratheons are best known for their poisonous tails and explosive flame blasts, while Rathalos stick to the skies to rain down fireballs upon hunters or strike with their poisonous talons. It would never be a Monster Hunter game without any of those two. Storming their way in at number 10, we have a Canter and Ukanlos. Feared as a pair of godly monsters, a Canter and Ukanlos were once thought to be elder dragons, but reclassified as flying wyverns due to their presence of vestigial wing fingers on their forelimbs. A Canter fiercely rules the volcanic regions, dominating even the likes of Gravios. With its size, enormous tusks, sheer strength, tunneling abilities, and its oscillatory roar, it's no wonder he's called the Supreme Monster. Ukanlos is the overlord of the ice mountains. Using its massive shovel chin to swim through the ice, he also unleashes a roar capable of causing an avalanche and can fire a massive beam of ice at foes. Lore implies that if these two ever met, the world would be ravaged by a near endless battle between these two. Strolling through the Elder's Recess at number 9 is Doto Gamma. Oh lord, he coming! Doto Gamma was introduced in Monster Hunter World and everyone absolutely adored him. He has a chubby body with a blue exterior and an exquisitely derpy face. Like the Aragon, Doto Gamma eats rocks and ore, and is seen constantly chewing on the rocks as they mix inside its furnace-like stomach, ready to be belched out in defense. Literally, by watching him walk around, he will openly attack any monster who is in the same area, even attacking a Deviljho or a Basil Goose. Recently in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Capcom has given you the option to give your Poogie a Doto Gamma costume, and it is quite the adorable little thing. Do you guys feel an earthquake? Coming in at number 8, it's time to rock and roll with our pair of next picks, Aragon and Rattlebond. A pair of brute wyverns with a massive hammer-like jaw and capable of rolling around like a massive boulder. They are obscenely powerful. Aragon is a monster who loves crunching on rocks and ore, while Rattlebond eats bones, extracting the bone marrow from within. Rattlebond also has a tar-like substance on its body that makes its body coated in bones from the rotten veil, providing an extra layer of defense. I adore them because of the meme where they are constantly compared to Jay Leno, and they are just a pair of fun monsters. Stalking the hunters in the Rotten Vale at number 7, we have Otto Garen. The demon doggo with 10 claws, Otto Garen definitely earned a spot on this list. He reminded me of both the Caprisuchus and the Gorgonopsians, when in fact he is more like a canine or a weasel. Nevertheless, I respect Otto Garen with his arsenal of lethal weapons, and in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, I was immediately won over by his subspecies, the Ebony Odogaron. With its dark colors and dragon element frothing out of the mouth, I would prefer the subspecies over the original! Prowling the Coral Highlands at number 6, we have the Zikcocoo. This bird wyvern made me think of the Indoraptor when I first laid eyes upon it, so he earned a spot on this list just for that reason. No, I'm kidding, there's more to it. With an iconic purple color scheme, a raptor-like stance, and its frills, which it can use to flash foes and blind them before retaliating, Zikcocoo is definitely superior compared to the Kuluyaku. Is it me though, or do the colors make me think of Skywarp from Transformers? Maybe it's a little too coincidental. At number 5, you thought it was another brute wyvern, but it was I, Dios! The explosive Dios enters number 5 because I can see how everyone reaches a consensus that he is a great monster. Making a strike back in Iceborne, Dios completely dominates the Elder's Recess with its explosive slime mold pounders, which can inflict blast blight and explode upon contact. Clearly, this would work as an alternative stand for Dio in Stardust Crusaders. Storming its way into the Guiding Lands at number 4, brace yourselves for the unbridled rage of the Rajang. A second-generation fanged beast with an infamous history as being an unbelievably overpowered beast, the Rajang arrives to Iceborne as their first title update. And what an update it is! I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, as I'd rather have you witness the power of the Rajang firsthand. At number 3, get ready to howl like the wolves for the Zinogre! The original fanged wyvern. Everyone loves Zinogre. Calling upon the Thunderbugs to supercharge him with incredible amounts of power, Zinogre is a true warrior with swagger to spare. When the reveal trailer for Iceborne came out, I, and likely everyone else, lost their minds with sheer excitement to see the fanged wyvern make a startling comeback. Proudly ruling the Guiding Lands, Zinogre is back, and the rest is goddamn history. Brace yourselves, for number 2 is Deviljho. The mighty world eater, what else is there for me to say about Deviljho? A massive brute wyvern who can devour ecosystems into extinction, he truly makes the Tyrannosaurus Rex look pathetic. Armed with unparalleled strength, endless hunger and aggression, and able to fire a beam of dragon element, Deviljho is never to be trifled with. And if that wasn't bad enough, you can always try to face off against the savage Deviljho. This variant just came back from Monster Hunter World Iceborne, packing a whole new set of attacks with his dragon breath, and still bearing that unsettling dragon haze blood gaze. I absolutely love this monster to bits. Like in the last video, before we go to my number 1 pick, let's take a look at the honorable mentions. Honorable mentions include Blangonga, Daimyo Hermitar, Shogun Sienitar, Royal Ludroth, Cephadrome, Plesioth, Lavisioth, Geratodus, Beotodus, Malfestio, Kurupeko, Great Jagras and Great Gyros, Legiana, Paolumu, Puki Puki, Yankutku, and much more. This is it, everyone. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Coming in at number 1, my favorite monster of all time is none other than Luciacris. The flagship of Monster Hunter Tri, and was shortlisted for Monster Hunter World. My favorite monster of all time is none other than the Lord of the Sea himself. Playing Tri was one of the best experiences of my life, and when it was finally time to face Luciacris in his underwater domain for real, I was more than ready. I felt a certain connection between him and I, similar to how Shagaru Magala and your hunter did in 4 Ultimate. While I am sad that he couldn't be added to Monster Hunter World, here's to hoping he will eventually come back, and we get to fight him both on land and in the sea, unlike how Generations and Generations Ultimate made the poor guy landlocked. Above all else, Legiacris is not only my favorite monster, but I feel he deserves to be my freaking spirit animal. And thus, another video was completed. My next video will be on my top 10 Elder Dragons, so stay tuned for that in the near future. This video was made by both myself and Elite Raptor 2015, with all clips and music by Capcom and footage belonging to their respective owners. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for all notifications. This has been Team Dinosaurian 21, signing off to 15 years of Monster Hunter. Happy hunting!